Come on out to the Convocation Center and support men's and women's basketball for the 2023-2024 season. The Vulcans are looking to put the PSAC on notice this year after both teams are picked towards the top of the preseason conference rankings. There will be 13 men's games and 16 women's games at home. Follow calvulcans.com for any update. All games will be live on CUTV Sports 1 and the PSAC network.
Come out. Our team's going to be very exciting. We have a lot of good players. I think we play the game the right way, very up-tempo. I think we're going to be able to score some points. I think our defense is going to be great. Our guys have great energy.
Come to our games. I think once you get here, you'll really like what you see. I think it's exciting. These players put in a ton of time, a ton of effort to put out a good product on the floor. And like I said, I think it's super exciting, and you'll really want to come back.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Convocation Center here in Penn West, California for another exciting women's basketball matchup between the Lincoln Lions and your California Vulcans. My name is Hunter Garman, and I'm joined by, yet again, Andrew White. How's it going?
Good, man. I'm really excited to watch these two kind of powerhouses at the top of their conferences go at it here. It's going to be an exciting game tonight for sure, I think.
Yeah, both teams are currently undefeated going into this game, and obviously one team has to leave with the defeat. I don't know. Like you said, it should be a very, very good game. I know you've been doing your homework on Lincoln University, so what do you got for us so far?
So we're definitely on the lookout here today for Anissa Fields. She's a senior over there for the Lions. She played at a community college the year that COVID went on as her freshman year, and she averaged 18 points a game, 10 rebounds, 2.5 steals. She's currently averaging a little less than 11 points a game, 8.5 rebounds, and 4 steals. So, definitely something to keep out on there. And the Lincoln Lions are also a very good rebounding team, so it's going to be interesting to see how the Vulcans kind of battle with that.
Yeah, for sure. As we get ready underway here, about to get started, they're currently still announcing the starters. If we take a look at the last time these two teams played together, it was all the way back in 2007. The California Vulcans came away with the victory 97-54, so almost 100 points in that game. So that obviously, win streak of one because, only one game. So this will be the second game between these two schools, and it should be a good one.
Yeah, it's not something you see often. In college basketball, two teams that have only played each other one time in the history, and it being over a decade ago. So this will be, exciting for both sides, something to talk about. You definitely want to get those bragging rights going forward because who knows, when we'll play them again.
Yeah, for sure. As we get ready to tip off here, the Vulcans currently in the huddle talking over things. If we take a look, give me 1 second here. If we take a look at the standings real fast, Cal is still at the top at 3-0. Pitt Johnstown just behind them also at 3-0 as well. And this is the PSAC West. Then Gannon at 5-1, IUP at 3-1, Edinburgh at 1-1, Mercyhurst 2-2, Seton Hill 2-2, Slippery Rock and Clarion still looking for that first victory over in the West. Over in the East, we have Westchester at the top with 3-0, East Stroudsburg 2-1, Lock Haven 2-1, Mansfield 2-1, Millersville 1-2, Bloomsburg 1-3, Kutztown 1-3, Shepherd and Ship still looking for that first win.
It's interesting we talk about Pitt Johnstown starting out the year 3-0 as well. They've looked really good over there, and it's kind of a shame because the Vulcans aren't looking to play them until January 24th. So they'll have two late season matchups between those two teams. So it's going to be kind of interesting to see if they can both teams can keep the ball rolling leading into that matchup as they are having successful starts to the season.
For sure. As we're ready to get underway here in the Convocation Center for, like I said, yet another exciting matchup of Vulcan women's basketball. The bench getting ready, getting hyped.
It's interesting. The Vulcans are going with Alicia Young for the jump ball instead of Deja Terrell like usual.
All right, ball quickly gotten. Starting off, the Lions have the ball. Siani Montgomery with the ball. Looking to get things moving here. Over to Maya. Then to Lanier. Back out to Fields with the quick floater. Doesn't go. Rebounded by Maya. That shot doesn't fall. Jordan Smith now on the break. Takes the layup. Just doesn't fall. Young with the putback. Didn't fall. Ball falls out of bounds and stays in the possession of, it looks like, the Vulcans.
Yeah, it's one of those positions you want to get that tip back in because it's such a fast momentum, fast break. So, but just couldn't come down with it there. Vulcans have the ball into the basket, though.
Yeah, Terrell with getting the inbound, takes it, and gets the 2 points.
And you'd love to see that from Terrell. She's kind of had a slow start to the season coming back from her injury, but seeing her get aggressive towards the basket first possession, that's good. It's a good sign for the Vulcans.
Fields now with the ball, looking to get something moving. Back to Montgomery. In the corner for 3, in and out. The rebound is taken there by Brown. And they got the foul.
Boxing out is going to be crucial here tonight for the Vulcans, as this team is very tenacious on the rebounding. Once somebody shoots, they kind of all crash, and they're not really too worried about transition defense. So it's going to be important for the Vulcans to box out even on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, that foul is going to go against 25 Walker. Jordan Smith underneath. Got up. Vulcans off to the early lead here, 4-0 to start this game. Fields now. Over to Montgomery. Down low to Brown. Excuse me. Brown looking for Fields down low. Didn't get it. Shaw now at the top. Calling the plays. Montgomery showing heavy defense. Young to Harris, excuse me. And it's going to stay Vulcan basketball.
Got a chance to catch up with Nina Shaw after their last game, and she kind of talked about how they're just going through the motions in practice and really focusing on the fundamentals. And it's proven to do a lot for this team as they're 3-0 and they're looking good to start this game.
Play clock was counting down. Fields now on the break. Going to take it herself. Gets the step and draws the foul.
So an awkward exchange there. Almost seemed like Fields was on the verge of a travel, but they got her with the shooting foul there, so she'll shoot 2 shots.
Yeah, Fields stepping up to the line. They're going to get Alicia Harris on the foul. So Fields now for 2 shots to cut the lead in half. First shot is up, just in and out.
Still early, so I mean a lot of basketball to be played, but Alicia Harris picking up that first foul is something to keep an eye on. She's coming off of back-to-back double-doubles, averaging 13 and 10 on the year and shooting above 50%. So the Vulcans definitely want to keep her on the floor as much as they can.
For sure. Second shot up by Fields, and it's good. So only 1 point scored so far, but like you said, still a ton of basketball to be played. Shaw's double team now at the top. Tries to get it out there. Ball's going to stay in bounds. Taken by Fields on the drive. Floater up and good.
Interesting. It looked like they were in a 1-2-2 press here, which is something you don't see often. You see like a 1-3-1, maybe even man-to-man, but they got like 3 layers to this press. It's quite aggressive.
Heavy defense by the Lions. Lanier now back to Fields. Looking to shoot the 3. Doesn't decide to. Over to Brown. Pop-up jumper. Got it.
Bank is open. It's still before 6 o'clock here.
Vulcans now looking to navigate this heavy pressure by the Lions. Over to Shaw, over to Smith. 4-3, just off the backboard. Rebound by Young. Got it stolen away by Fields. Pass now to Lanier. Back out to the corner, driving. Good defense by Shaw. Lanier looking, pass to Fields. Now back to Lanier. Oh, sorry, number 4 was Montgomery, excuse me. Over to Fields, shot, doesn't fall. Fields was looking for the foul there, doesn't get it. Shaw now. Slowing it down. Young, quick jumper. Didn't have enough. Harris there to get the 2.
That's what she does best, kind of stays underneath and plays big man the best she can, and right there getting the board and putting it back up for 2.
Lanier now, hand off to Fields. Over to Montgomery. Now to Walker, excuse me. Jump ball called. Possession arrow in favor of the Vulcans. Some subs now coming in for California. Amaya Williams and Sierra Bermudez. Alicia Young and Alicia Harris are stepping off now. Some subs also came in for the Lions as well. Bermudez now keeping her head up, finds Anaya Williams. Now Shaw. Send things up, over to Smith. Back to Shaw. Looking for Terrell, can't find it. Back to Bermudez. Back to Shaw in the corner, 4-3, in and out. They're gonna get a travel call there against Isis Triplett.
Tell you what, the Vulcan shooting is going to be crucial tonight. With this 1-2-2 defense that Lincoln's playing, it really opens up the shots in the corners and on the perimeter. So we're going to see if the Vulcans can capitalize and if they have a big night from beyond the arc tonight.
For sure. Pass underneath to Williams. Looking, getting the step, and good. three-shot. Didn't have enough energy. Fields manages to save the ball. Jordan Smith picks it up. Driving the basket and gets the floater.
I mean, she is the definition of reliable. She's shooting like 60% or something on the year, and she's just a really crucial part of this team's offense. When she gets going, they look really good.
Lanier underneath the Fields, doesn't fall. Fields a little upset, looking for a foul, doesn't get it. Bermudez now slowing things down, passing it to Shaw. Finds Smith. It's going to go off. And that's going to be the immediate timeout. So an energetic first 5 minutes, really. What are your key takeaways right now?
I mean, both teams are just playing really aggressive defense, especially on Lincoln's side. I know I've said it a couple times now, but this 1-2-2 defense is fun to watch. It's interesting and something that the Vulcans haven't really gone against yet this season. So it's interesting to see how they break the press. It's much different than a man press that they've seen the first 2 games. So, yeah, I mean, I'm just enjoying watching this game. They got a little 5-point lead going. And honestly, I don't even think they're playing their best basketball yet. So as long as they can pick it up, I think we'll be, in fact, in for a good game.
Yeah, for sure. As you said before, the Vulcans at first, when they started playing that 1-2-2 press, they weren't ready for it. There was a little bit of a turnover city, I guess you could say, going on, really on both sides. But at the start, Vulcans were taken off guard by the defense, but they slowly started to settle in, slowly started to figure out how to break it. And as we can see, they have a 5-point lead so far with 4:57 left in the first quarter of this game.
Yeah, I mean, that 1-2-2D is just, it's not something you see every day. It's almost like a knack to almost those Jim Boeheim defenses over in Syracuse that ran the 2-3. It's kind of similar to that, whereas that middle person kind of just leads further up rather than staying back so far. So we'll see how long they stick with it and how well it works.
Yeah, for sure. I know playing basketball when I was in high school, 1-2-2 was a hard press to learn. So the fact that the Lions have it down pretty well just shows the trust and the coordination that this team has.
Coming out of the timeout, or the media timeout, it looks like they're matching up in man. So that could be switching. They might want to just give the Vulcans a couple different looks. That's all.
Yep. Shaw at the top now. Over to Williams. Bermudez looking for the 3, doesn't have it. Back to Williams. Over to Smith. Shot clock counting down. Smith driving, gets the foul.
I thought Bermudez had enough room to pull the trigger there, but her just checking in the game. I'm sure she wants to get her blood flowing a little bit, get a good look first. But it gets exciting when she has the ball around the 3-point line, especially if she has a little bit of room.
Yeah, that foul is going to go against Akaya Edward. That's going to be her first foul. Jordan Smith at the line now for 2. First shot is up, in and out of the rim. Second shot now by Smith is up, and it's good. Lanier bringing the ball up for the Lions, looking for some help. Over to Edward. Double team pressure by the Vulcans, showing that good defense. Ball is stolen from Bermudez. Back to Terrell, now to Shaw. Edward showing press. Shaw managed to get his away. Lost the basketball. And that's going to go out, and it's going to be Lions basketball.
That was a shame, too, because that was a great crossover there by Nina. She had her defender beat and was kind of making her way to the basket, odd-numbered, but ball just slipped out of her hands, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, Siani Montgomery checking in now for Lanier. Fields now underneath the Fields. Edward now lost her footing. Ball taken by Williams now, keeping her head up, looking for people. Back to Bermudez, 4-3, got it.
And there she is, man, the 3-point sniper for the California Vulcans, Sierra Bermudez from downtown.
And with that, the Lions are going to call a timeout.
I mean, when she gets the ball and she has even, I don't know, a foot or two of space, this whole place gets electric. They know she's putting it up. And it's just, I mean, that's exactly the kind of shooter that the Vulcans needed last year, and they got her this year, transferring over.
Yeah, we saw that last year during our games when we traveled up to Clarion and when Clarion came here. We saw the shots that Sierra Bermudez would put up and would go in, and we were always just like, man, we have to guard her. But now she's on our team, so we're happy about that.
Yeah, it's super nice to get somebody from somebody else in our division and everything, and honestly, even part of like the little merger here we got going on, California, Clarion, and Edinburgh. It feels good to get that going.
Yep. Montgomery at the top. Taking it herself. Down a triplet. A foul's going to get called. They're going to get Anaya Williams on the foul. Alicia Young checking in now for Jordan Smith. It's going to be Lion basketball underneath the net. 3:30 left in the first quarter. Fields with the inbound. And back to Montgomery for the shot. Off the back of the backboard. Ball looks like it's off the hands of the Lions. Still kept in bounds. All the way back to Montgomery now. Ball there taken by Shaw. I think they're going to say it went off the hands of Triplet, and it's going to be Vulcan basketball.
I love what I'm seeing on both sides of the floor defensively from these squads. Definitely playing with some aggression, looking for steals early on. It's paying off for the Vulcans and maybe not paying off as much for the Lions, but it's fun to watch for sure.
Shaw now driving over to Young. Ball is taken away by Triplet on the drive, and the layup is good. Back to Bermudez, looking for the three, doesn't have it. Back to Shaw now. Back to Williams, over to Young. Looking underneath, doesn't have a look. Finds Shaw, wide open for three, got it.
And that's what it's going to take, rotating the ball around the perimeter, finding the open shooter. If they're still in that zone, they're going to find that jump shot all day long.
For sure. Now over to Triplet, driving underneath. They're going to get the foul. They're going to get the blocking call on, I believe. They're going to get Harris on the foul. That'll be her second foul now. And Triplet's going to go to the foul line.
Yeah, we're going to see Deja Terrell check in for Harris here after her picking up her second. A little bit too early for her to have two fouls, so she's going to be on that bench for a minute just to regain composure and, get some time off.
Triplet now, first shot off the front and good.
Lincoln, a much better free throw shooting team than California to start the year, as they are second in their section in free throw shooting, both percentage-wise and quantity-wise.
Second shot is good. So it's going to be an 8-point lead now for the Vulcans with 2:15 and counting left in the first quarter. Young looking for somebody, finds Terrell, down low, finds Bermudez wide open for three, and it's off the rim over the top of the backboard and out of bounds.
And that's just one of those tough jump shots. She wasn't really set. She had to make a quick transition into it and just wasn't there.
Montgomery off to Atkinson, over to Fields. Down low to Triplet. Quick jumper off the back, rebounded by Bermudez. Looking for some help. Gives it to Shaw now. Shaw bringing it up the court. Finds the lane, driving, didn't look it. Finds Terrell down low and gets the bucket.
That was a great pass there by Bermudez. Way to keep your head up and look for the open teammate down low.
Yeah, the Lions were looking for a little bit of a travel there by Bermudez. Didn't get it called. Atkinson now over to Fields. Driving the Euro step. Doesn't fall. Fight for the ball there. And they're going to get a foul call. And it's going to stay Vulcan basketball.
And I expect Anissa Fields to kind of pick up her intensity and really kind of go through her a little bit more on offenses. She hasn't really gotten going yet, but I'm sure she's ready to get going.
Yeah, that foul's going to be on Serena Mosley. It's her first foul. Fields now checking out of the game. Shaw bringing it up, finds Bermudez. Really close pressure by Montgomery. Gives it to Shaw. Back to Bermudez. Down low to Williams. Looking for Terrell. Looking for it. Gets the foul and one. Crowd and bench ecstatic. And for good reason. What a play there by Williams.
Yeah, great pump fake. Get your defender off her feet, kind of go around her and still find a way to finish. I mean, it's just a great job there by Williams. It's interesting. Lions actually run a 2-3 defense there, so they're really throwing all kinds of plays here at the Vulcans early on, as they've had 3 different defenses in the first quarter.
Yeah, Serena Mosley checks off for Walker. Anaya Williams shot off the back of the backboard or of the rim. Atkinson now over to Montgomery. Back to Lanier. Back to Montgomery. Ref stopped play. They're going to get Deja Terrell on a hit. That's her first foul of the game. So it's going to be Lion basketball underneath the net. 48 seconds left in the first quarter. Sub now coming in. It's Kamaya Williams for Deja Terrell. Ball is blocked. And they're going to get a foul, a late foul. Looks like they're going to get Kamaya Williams on the hit. It looked like a pretty clean block to me, but they must have saw something that we didn't.
Yeah, that's why we are not wearing the striped shirts here tonight. And we're just sitting here sideline comfortably, ready for this game.
Yeah. Deja Atkinson, first shot was up and good. Second shot now up and off the backboard. Rebounded by Williams, Anaya Williams. Finds Bermudez. Quick three. Got it. Lions not wasting no time. Bringing the ball up. Get something set here. Hand up to Atkinson. Good defense. To Montgomery. Looking. Finds Atkinson. Shot's good. 20 seconds now and counting in this first quarter.
You got to think they're looking for Bermudez here for maybe a last-second shot. Kind of be
Possibly.
a rerun of West Virginia State.
Play clock is dead, or shot clock is dead, excuse me. Young on the drive, back out to Shaw. Looking for it. And that's going to do it for the first quarter. The score, 24-12 California. We're going to take a quick break. You're tuned in right here to CUTV TV Sports 1, the PSAC Network, and 91.9 FM WCAL.
Come on out to the Convocation Center and support men's and women's basketball for the 2023-2024 season. The Vulcans are looking to put the PSAC on notice this year after both teams are picked towards the top of the preseason conference rankings. There will be 13 men's games and 16 women's games at home. Follow calvulcans.com for any update. All games will be live on CUTV Sports 1 and the PSAC Network.
Come out. Our team's going to be very exciting. We have a lot of good players. I think we play the game the right way, very up-tempo. I think we're going to be able to score some points. I think our defense is going to be great. Our guys have great energy.
Come to our games. I think once you get here, you'll really like what you see. I think it's exciting. These players put in a ton of time, a ton of effort to put out a good product on the floor. And like I said, I think it's super exciting, and you'll really want to come back.
California, Pennsylvania. The score currently 24-12 Vulcans over the Lincoln Lions. Andrew, what have you seen so far in this first quarter of play?
Honestly, just interesting defense from both sides. Lincoln showing a little bit of everything with the 2-3, the 1-2-2, and then obviously man-to-man. And then California just playing their brand of basketball, really. Fundamentally sound and just able to play aggressive defense all the time. Really pays off for them, and they have a 12-point lead coming into the second quarter.
Yeah, and the way the first quarter went, if you're California, 12-point lead is honestly really, really good.
Yeah, I mean, 24 points in the first quarter is nothing to shy away from, that's for sure.
For sure, yeah. As we get underway here, Lanier bringing the ball over to Fields. Found the shot by Triplett is good. Quick start here by the Lions. Shaw finding Bermudez, now finding Maya Williams. Back to Shaw. Quick pump fake. Down low, finds Young. Young driving. Ball's going to be batted out of bounds, and it's going to stay Vulcan basketball.
Lions are really giving up that baseline to the Vulcans, but then they're kind of shutting it down once they get to the painted area, and that's kind of what you saw there with the deflection out of bounds.
Yeah, for sure. Shaw with the inbound. Inbound picked up by Williams. What a cut there. Anaya Williams with a quick strike. Bring this back to a 12-point lead. Lanier now looking for something. Over to Montgomery. Montgomery pulling some moves. Quick jumper. And it's good. What a shot
silky,
there.
Man, yeah. That was a heck of a shot there by Montgomery.
That's how you know it's a good shot when the net barely moves.
Oh, that's a feel-good shot if I've ever seen one.
Yeah. Bermudez for three. A little short there. Rebound by Fields. Fields now. Quick break. Over to Lanier. Top. Finds Triplett down low. Ball's batted around. Rebounded. And they're going to call Atkinson on the travel. Some subs now coming in for the Vulcans. Deja Terrell, Jordan Smith coming in for Harris and Young and Kamaya Williams.
Kind of interesting to see Jalessa and Lanier for the Lions. Hasn't even shot it yet. She got in double figures 15 times for the squad last year, so we'll see if she kind of gets going at all. And that is number 3 out there.
We'll have to see. Finds Williams underneath. The quick Euro step, and it's good. That was clean.
Man, she just polishes her game every week and makes it better and better. And that was a really nice move there by Ayanna Williams.
Lanier's pass to Fields. Finds Montgomery. Quick step-up jumper. Up high. Ball now just out there. Picked up by Bermudez. Has Fields behind her. Quick double team. Ball almost taken away. Terrell back out to Anaya Williams. The spin, and they're going to get the travel that time.
It's kind of a surprising call, I'm not going to lie, but I can understand. A lot of the time with fast spin moves, it's easy to travel and kind of let your feet get away from you in a way. So
yeah. Fortunate for the Vulcans, but they still have that 12-point lead. Lanier to Atkinson. Handoff to Fields. Over to Triplett. Looking for Fields down low. Doesn't have one opening yet. Decides to take it herself. Is going to get the foul. And that'll send Triplett to the line yet again. It looks like they're going to get, I believe, they're going to get Deja on the foul.
Yeah, she had really good on-ball defense to start, but once she kind of drove down into there, and we're talking about Isis Triplett, she just kind of let her hands get too far in the way and wasn't allowing Triplett to bring it up.
First shot off the front of the rim. Second shot now by Triplett. Is up and just off the rim. Rebounded by Terrell. Back to Bermudez now. Keeping her head up looking. Field showing pressure. Backs off. Back to Shaw. Down to Bermudez. Bermudez looking. Has Shaw. Down low to Williams. The step back dribble. Up. And it's good.
She plays so well under the basket. She's just so good at knowing where she is without having to technically look, I guess, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And she's just doing a really good job for this Vulcans team to start the year.
For sure. Lanier now driving back to Fields. Fields step back for 3. Drained it.
And that's kind of what I was thinking we were going to see a little bit more of. So, let's not let her get hot because things could definitely change quickly for this Vulcans team.
Yeah, that 11-point lead could disappear. Bermudez for 3. Drained it. I mean, if that keeps going, this is going to be a game to watch.
This feels reminiscent to the first game against West Virginia State where Bermudez was able to drain 7 threes. She's got 3 early on in this game.
Here goes Fields for 3 again, off the rim. Fight underneath, and they're going to get a foul on Bermudez. Looked like a jump ball should have been called before the foul. But like you said, we're not the ones wearing the striped shirts, so we can't really talk too much.
Yeah. I tell you what, if Anissa Fields made that 3 right there from about 4 or 5 feet behind the line.
That's NBA range.
Yeah,
close to it.
For an away game, I think the crowd would have kind of lost it here too.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Quite the shot there by Fields, but just couldn't find the mark, and now we got Triplett back at the line again.
First shot is up and good. Had a couple change of subs for California, and I believe as well Lincoln. Second shot by Triplett is up and good. I can see that Talia Gilliard checked into the game, the junior from my hometown, Mechanicsburg. So shout out to Mechanicsburg, PA, whole 3 hours away. Anyways, back to Smith, to Shaw, back to Smith again, the old pitch and catch. Finds Williams. Oh, just a little over the top for Alicia Young. It was a good look.
It was the right idea, for sure. Definitely the right idea, just not the best execution. I'm sure if that situation presents itself again, they would definitely capitalize.
For sure. Lanier over to the near side. Back to Fields. Quick jumper. And it's good. That was Montgomery.
Hey, don't look now, but we're back into a single-digit lead here as the Vulcans' lead falls down to 9.
Yeah, Vulcans got to look to get something going here. Back over to Shaw. Look to take the jumper. Gilliard to Smith. Got Fields to jump. Takes the step, and they got called for the travel. Sub now coming in for the Lions. That's number 15, Taylor Brown, checking in for Triplett.
Frustrating to see these girls make such good moves to the hoop and then get called for travels that are so close. But, I mean, probably a good call there by the ref if she had some extension on her feet.
That is fair. Montgomery driving back to Lanier for 3, just off the inside. They're going to get no shot, and they're going to get a foul. Looks like they're going to get Taylor Brown on the foul. That's going to be the Lions' first foul of this quarter so far, with 5 minutes, 25 seconds and counting. Shaw now looking over to Gilliard, back to Shaw, back to Gilliard. Across the top to Smith. Smith for 3, drained it.
Little chatter coming from Smith after that 3, too. You like to see it, a little bit of excitement here in the Convocation Center.
Crowd getting into it, bench getting into it. You love to see it here. Montgomery to Lanier. Underneath to Brown. A little bit of hand fighting, a little bit of blocking to Atkinson. Back to Montgomery. Looking for it, doesn't decide to take it. Less than 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Underneath to Brown, lost the basketball, picked up by Jordan Smith. On the break now, has Fields in coverage. Underneath to Williams, quick cut, and they're gonna get the foul. Bucket is good, get at the block. And Nia Williams has a chance to make that a 3-point play.
I think I've said it every single game. Nia Williams in the right place at the right time. Going into the media timeout, lead back up to 14. That's a big play there by Williams.
Yeah, as we take a look, we did get the first period stats, so we're going to take a look at that quick. So first period, Lincoln was 28.6% free throws. The Vulcans were 62.5% field goals, not free throws. Free throws, California was 1 of 3, and Lincoln was 4 of 6. For threes in the first period, Lincoln had none. They were 0 of 3. The Vulcans, however, had 3 of 6 for 50%. The Vulcans had 12 rebounds as opposed to the Lincoln's 6, which, looking at the stats and looking at previous stats for Lincoln, it's a little surprising because Lincoln was the better rebounding team coming into this game.
Yeah, they're the leading rebounding team in the CIAA, and it is surprising, but Cal's done a great job rebounding all year this year. They got plenty of girls that can get in there. They're not afraid to bump some bodies. And I just want to go ahead and bring to light that Iona Williams, 12 points early on, 6 for 6. She's got 2 rebounds, 2 assists to go along with it, a steal as well. Once again, just doing everything right for the Vulcans.
For sure. And obviously, as we saw just before the timeout, she had that beautiful play that's going to send her to the line for one shot. to make it a 3-point play, or at least attempt to. And
Yeah, she was
extend that
not
lead.
able to cap off her last and one, so we're going to hope that she can nail this free throw, give us a 15-point lead, and put her up to 13 on the night.
Williams, shot is up, and it's good. Sub now coming in for the Lincoln Lions. That's going to be Akaya Edward coming in now for Siani Montgomery, excuse me.
It's been kind of interesting. The Vulcans seem to be pushing Lanier and Montgomery and even Anissa Fields to the left side very aggressively. As you can see, kind of Nina pointed that way. They can tell that it's a weakness, and they want to capitalize on it.
They're going to get Anaya Williams on that foul there. The bucket's good. And that was Atkinson, I believe, who got fouled. So she'll go to the line. That is Anaya Williams' second foul.
Atkinson, excuse me, is proven to have a pretty good game. She's got 7 points off the bench already, 3 for 3 from the field, and she's about to try to make it 8 if she can knock down this free throw.
Atkinson shot up, and it's good. So 3-point play there for the Lions. Shaw bringing it up, picking up a little bit of tempo to start. They're going to get a call. Looks like they're going to get Atkinson for a hold. Maya Williams checking in for Anaya Williams. Young with the inbound, back to Shaw. Shaw driving. No foul's going to get called, but it's going to go off the hands of the Lions, and it's going to retain Vulcan basketball.
Yeah, no foul call there, and almost looked like it went off Nina, but they gave it back to the Vulcans, so see if we can kind of make something out of nothing here.
Gilliard for 3, just off the back. Rebounded by Fields. To Lanier, to Edward.
Man, a lot
Looks
of
like
off-ball fouls to start this game. The refs are really keeping their eyes on a swivel here early on.
Yeah, looks like they're going to get Taylor Brown on that foul. I didn't necessarily see what happened. It looked like a hand check or something.
Yeah, a lot of off-ball fouls so far to start this game, whether it be, push-offs, hand checks.
Smith now looking over to Gilliard, underneath to Williams, back to Gilliard, for 3, off the front, doesn't go in. Rebounded by Kamaya Williams, back to Smith. Smith shot up, good.
These girls do such a great job of knowing where they're at on the floor and just counting on their instincts in a way, and it's impressive.
The ball was intended for Brown, a little over the head, picked up by Fields, back to Lanier now. Back to Fields. Fields looking. Good defense there by Young, and they're going to get the foul.
Yeah, I got a little too antsy, a little too excited. They were all right, but we see Fields on the ground here, not
Yeah, it looks like she took a
This is not
rough
okay.
fall.
She has the ankle brace on her right ankle as well, which kind of looks like
Yeah,
what is bothering her.
yeah, she did pick it up, so it looks like that's going to be bugging her. She's going to get subbed off for Maya Madison Walker. If you're a Lions fan, that's something you definitely do not want to see.
Yeah, ankle injuries are the worst. I mean, in any sport, they definitely affect you to the maximum, but basketball especially. I mean, you're trying to make cuts and go back and forth.
Yeah,
We just hope the best there for Anissa Fields.
yeah, for sure. Atkinson now with the ball at the top of the key. Double dribble called on Atkinson. That's going to be Vulcan basketball. It's great defense here by the Vulcans in order to force these turnovers.
Yeah, Atkinson almost looked to pick up the ball there for the pass, and Vulcans kind of got in the way, and she decided to put it on the floor, and that resulted in the double dribble.
Smith over to Gilliard. Gilliard looking, doesn't have anywhere to go. Ball's going to be batted out by Atkinson. It's going to stay Vulcan basketball. Right in front of the Lion bench. Back all the way over to Smith. Handoff to Shaw. Less than 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Shaw looking. They got to get somewhere. Underneath, over to Gilliard. Lost the basketball. Puts it up in desperation. Doesn't get it. And it's go against a shot clock violation. It's going to be Lion basketball.
When you look at the Vulcans here, they have room for improvement both on offense and defense, and yet they're shooting 63% from the floor. So that just goes to show how good of a basketball team this is and where they can really get to if they kind of lean in on these.
Atkinson's floater is good. It was a good move there. Shaw all the way down. Smith at the bottom, driving the baseline, puts up the reverse, and it falls.
Man, I don't know how they do it. I really don't. They get in some crazy places on the floor, and they still find a way to put the ball in the basket. What a shot there by Smith.
For sure. Lanier now on the near side. Back to Atkinson. They're going to get Gilliard on the foul. Bermudez now going to check in for Gilliard.
You know, that's what you want to do if you're Gilliard. You're coming off the bench, you know. You're not going to play all 40 minutes, but while you're out there, make an impact, play some aggressive defense, show that you want it. And, I mean, if they call a foul, they call a foul, so be it.
For sure. Atkinson now at the line. It's going to be 2, I believe. Yes, because the Lions are in bonus currently. First shot by Atkinson is good.
Atkinson having a, you know, secretly good game here. She's up to 9 points on the night.
Yeah, as you said on
leading scorer.
As you said on Thursday, that sneaky good game. Second shot is good. Lead cut down to 8 now. Shaw looking to let the offense set up, do its thing. Pushing people to the right. They're going to get a push on Atkinson. That's going to be foul number 2. And that is going to be the Vulcans entering bonus now. So that means that Young is going to go to the line for 2. So both teams in bonus now for the final minute and a half of this game. First shot is up and good.
Yeah, both of these teams playing an aggressive style of basketball on the defensive side, and the refs are having no part in it. They are calling every foul away from the ball possible, and it's led to a lot of free throw shots.
But some would argue free throws are how you win games.
I mean, a good free throw shooting team will tell you that for sure. The Vulcans, not that so far this year, as they are second to last in the PSAC, both East and West in free throw shooting. But they definitely look to improve on that going forward.
Yeah, Young's second shot was good. So Lilliard now, good defense there by the Vulcans. It's going to stay Lion basketball as the ball goes out of bounds. Forced out by Shaw. It's going to be Gibson with the inbound. Now Gibson with the inbound. Underneath to Brown. Almost steps out of bounds. All the way back up the top to Lanier. Back to Edward. Shot is up. Just outside. Shaw's rebounded by Gibson. The quick move and the jumper, and it falls.
That was a good move there by Nia Gibson. Get the ball, get it back up as quick as you can, and she did just that.
Shaw setting things up. Kamaya Williams finds Young on the break down low, and it's good.
You know, Kamaya Williams is somebody I'm very excited to see, looking forward to see how she gets on with this season. As she's a freshman, she has the versatility to kind of give Deja and them a break on the bench, and she's doing a good job finding the pass there to
double team. Good defense by the Vulcans. Brown's pass to Lanier. Lanier for 3, just off the front. Rebounded by Smith. Smith on a break, looking, keeping her head up, driving the lane underneath to Young, and the foul's going to get called. With 28 seconds left in this first half, Alicia Young's going to go to the line for 2 more.
Yeah, a lot of Lions players on the bench over there were not happy with that call. They were letting the ref hear it for sure.
Crowd getting into it here a little bit. First shot's up, just off to the side.
just getting a look in the background there. It looks like Anissa Fields is getting her ankle kind of retaped, hopefully looking to find her way back into this game. We hate to see anybody go out like that. So
Second shot in and out there. Shot clock is now dead. Lanier bringing the ball up. Finds Edward. Looking for Lanier down low. Doesn't see it. Good defense by the Vulcans. Underneath. Finds Lanier. Quick by Brown. Doesn't fall. Kamaya Williams with the rebound. Pushing it up. Finds Smith. Smith with the move. Driving. Loses the football. Basketball. We're playing the wrong sport here. And that will do it for the first half. The score, 47-33 Cal. You're listening to CUTV Sports 1, the PSAC Network, and 91.9 FM, WCAL.
Are you a Penn West California student looking to get involved in media? You have two great choices, and for both, all majors are welcome. CUTV is the home for Vulcan sports. Be a part of 80-plus live games both home and on the road. We're looking for announcers, camera operators, graphic operators, and much more. There are also opportunities to develop your own shows. Go to our YouTube page, CUTV Sports 1, and see all of the content. WCAL Radio gives you the opportunity to play your music and develop your own show. Be heard locally over the air in a 40-mile radius and worldwide online. That's 91.9 FM, Power 92. SAI Media of CUTV and WCAL. Get out, join up, be seen, and be heard.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Convocation Center. We're about 2 or so minutes from kicking off this second half of basketball, not football. I know towards the end I said about losing the football, which that's an oops on my part. Completely, my brain completely just forgot what we were talking or what we were doing.
We're just so sports obsessed over here. We just can't get enough of it.
That's fair. Anyways, we're gonna take a look at the first half stats. So I know you have them up, and what do we got?
So we got Nia Williams, who we talked about a lot in that first half. 6 for 6 from the floor, 1 for 2 from the free throw line. She's got 13 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, and a steal. Definitely the highlight of the Vulcans' first half. We also have Jordan Smith with 12 points, 5 for 7 shooting. She's got 3 boards to go along with it. And then on the other side, we got Atkinson with 10 points off the bench, which has been huge for them. And Anissa Fields, who we've actually seen running around a lot through this halftime after she hurt her ankle late in that first half, which is a good sign. We don't want to see anybody go out with injury here. And she actually had 3 steals in the first half. She averaged 4 a game in their first 2 games, and 3 in the first half. Goes to show that she is that aggressive defender that, you paint a picture for. So it's going to be an interesting second half here. Vulcans 14-point lead. I'm excited to see kind of how they respond to the first half performance.
For sure. Yeah, like you said, it's good to see Anissa Fields back out there for the Lions. She was out running around, jumping, doing the standard warm-up procedures, so it's good to see her back out there. But in terms of overall stats, California, they're total 19 of 29 from the field. They are 5 of 10 from 3 and 4 from 8 from free throws, so they're 50 and 50 on three-pointers and free throws. And then in the other side, the Lincoln Lions, they are 11 of 27 from the field, 2 of 8 from the 3, and 9 of 13 from the free throw.
Yeah, California shooting a solid 65% in that first half, and they actually had more shots than the Lions too. So the fact that the Lions kept this to a 14-point game is actually somewhat impressive when you look at the numbers, considering that Cal's shooting this well. They've had more shots, more possessions. So, they've handled their own over there, and I expect them to do the same this second half. It's just a question as to what defense they come out in, really.
Yeah, and also, if you look at the rebounds, California still has out-rebounded the Lions, total of 18 to the Lions' 12.
Yeah, that's surprising for sure, because Lincoln's one of the better rebounding teams in the CIAA. And I know that the CIAA and the PSAC are 2 totally different divisions, so it's hard to compare California. But they sure are holding their own, and they're not backing down by any means.
For sure. We're about to get underway here. Anissa Fields out there warming up a little bit more. So if you're a Lion fan, good to see her back out there. At least it wasn't anything crazy. So Vulcans are going to get the basketball to start this second half. And we are underway here in the Convocation Center. Crowd getting into it. Cheerleaders getting into it. We're going to start off strong. Deja Terrell underneath, down low, and gets the shot. Quick strike by the Vulcans.
I don't think you can really stress how difficult of a shot that is. I mean, when you're literally under the basket like that and you don't even use the backboard, it blows my mind that these girls are so good at finishing around the rim.
For sure. Fields underneath. There's Triplett. You're going to get no foul call there. Looking like there should have been, but no whistle. Shaw down to Young. Young driving, takes the layup, and it's good. Starting off strong here. Quick 4 points within the first minute.
Yeah, when the Vulcans are able to run in transition, they're really a dangerous team. And a lot of these girls are, like we said, really good at finishing, so it's a good recipe for success.
We're playing a little bit of 2-man defense here. That's Montgomery's shot off the back of the rim. Deja Terrell underneath there in the middle. And they're going to get the foul and the hold.
That's exactly what this Vulcans team missed from Deja Terrell last year. Just, effortless rebounds that she can just kind of stand there, put her hands up, and she's automatically taller than everybody else. I mean, it's hard to take a ball off of her unless she brings it down. So awesome to see there. She's got back-to-back rebounds to start the second half.
Yeah, Terrell using that 6'1" frame of hers to get that rebound. And that foul was against Isis Triplett. Young now looking, doesn't see much. Shaw underneath finds, I believe that's Harris. It is. Jordan Smith now in the corner, passing it back out to Shaw, underneath to Young. Driving, 3 seconds left, 2 seconds, and they're going to get a foul, I believe. Looks like they're going to get a 3-second violation instead. And it's going to be Lions basketball.
They got all the off-ball calls today. These refs are doing a good job.
Lanier bringing the ball up for the Lions. Shaw in good coverage. Underneath to Montgomery. They're going to get no push. Ball's just going to go out, and it's going to stay Lion basketball.
Nina's really focusing on pushing all their guards to the left side. She's not letting any of them go right on her. Kind of just taking that right hand completely out of the equation. And it's doing a good job. It's causing a little bit of chaos on their end.
Yeah, Walker underneath. Quick jumper, and it's good. Shaw bringing it up now. Over to Smith. Smith bringing it out. Shaw. Terrell using that big body. Has it underneath. Drives, takes the shot, and it doesn't fall. Ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to be Lions basketball. Lanier to the near side. Shaw playing good defense. Has Triplett underneath. Blocked by Deja Terrell. Says no thank you. Not today. It's going to be Lions basketball, but what a block by Terrell.
Yeah, her being on the floor just does so much for this Vulcans defense. I mean, it's hard to drive on her regardless of your position, your height, your size. And right there with the block doing what she does best.
Triplett. They're going to get the hand check, it looks like, or some foul. And they're going to get Maya Madison Walker on the foul. That's her second foul already in this game. Shaw over to Smith. Looking down low for Terrell. Doesn't have an option. Shaw for 3 from the corner. Drains it.
Tell you what, if Nina Shaw is able to knock down those 3-point jumpers, as the season continues, she's going to become a problem. She's already great at, navigating the floor and finding her teammates. But now if she can get that jump shot locked down, I'll tell you what, this Vulcans team is going to be even more dangerous than they are now.
And that's going to be a timeout by the Lions. I believe that's also going to be the media timeout. So we're going to take a look at the schedule for the Vulcans. So the next 3 games for the Vulcans are all road games. The first one is the 27th. So Cyber Monday at Bowie State. Then next Friday at Millersville. Then that Saturday at Shepherd. Then they're home for the next 3. Fairmont State, Shippensburg, Lock Haven. Then away at Mansfield. Home versus Westchester, Gannon, and Seton Hill. Away at Slippery Rock. Away at Clarion. At home versus Pitt Johnstown, which will be the first meeting between those 2 teams. Then away at Mercyhurst and IUP. At home versus Edinburgh. Away at Gannon and Seton Hill. At home versus Slippery Rock and Clarion. Then again at February, away this time at Pitt Johnstown. Then at home versus Mercyhurst and IUP. And rounding out the season, they're going to finish away at Edinburgh.
Yeah, it's definitely an exciting schedule here for the Vulcans coming up. And I'm excited for them to get into their PSAC play. A lot of the teams in this conference are really good. And but if you look at it, the Vulcans are pretty much favored in the conference. So it's going to be interesting to see how they can kind of navigate their way through the PSAC West and what they can do regardless. And actually, just looking now, UPJ, Pitt Johnstown, actually suffered a loss today against Signacaw Valley State by a score of 80-57. So they are no longer undefeated. That leaves Cal at the top of the standings by themselves.
Interesting. And that game just happened today, right?
Yes, yeah, it happened at 4 o'clock. So probably literally just ended about a half hour ago.
Interesting. All right, Lions ball. Fields looking for the inbound. Has no one. And Lanier at the top. Over to Montgomery. Triplett setting a screen. Decides to go the other way. Takes it, and it's good. Nice take there by Siani Montgomery. Shaw now on the far side. Handoff to Smith. Looking for Terrell. Terrell almost brought that in. Didn't get it. Triplett now driving. Almost had it taken away. Lanier on Smith. Interesting matchup there. Smith showing pressure to Montgomery. Screened by Triplett. They're going to get, looks like Triplett on the foul. Triplett trying to plead her case a little bit.
Yeah, they're calling a lot of off-ball fouls tonight for sure, but that's about, I think that might have been the second or third one on Triplett. Second one this half, so she's definitely not too happy about that.
Yeah. A few subs coming in now for the Vulcans. Bermudez and I believe Ayana Williams. Shaw to Harris. Harris driving. Had that ball lost or something. I don't really catch that. The ref was kind of in my view.
Almost hit our guy Adam over there. Big shout out to Adam on the camera.
Adam the drone guy, as we all know him. Shaw with the inbound over to Terrell. Terrell looking. They're going to get a foul. An off-ball foul. Looks like they're going to get Triplett again.
I mean, she has 3 fouls.
That's
in
Triplett's
3
third foul of this game. And she's going to get subbed out for Taylor Brown.
And they just technicaled her.
Well, they called her for a tech.
As you can tell, we talked about how she wasn't happy before that play. She gets another foul call. Obviously not happy, and now we're going to get some foul shots here from Bermudez. And yeah, that'll be her 4th, so we might have seen the last of Triplett at least this quarter. That's for sure.
Yeah, Coach Washington for the Lions is not happy.
You mentioned Coach Washington. I actually had a little stat for her. She's actually gone 12-4 in her first 2 years. 12-4 in the conference in both of her first 2 years as head coach here. So excellence definitely at the highest of her priority, and she expects her team to play, at a high level. She has very high standards for this team, and she's definitely not happy with something like that where they're giving away 2 points and the ball, just out of pure frustration.
Yeah, as we saw here during that whole conversation, Fields was trying to talk a little bit to the one ref. The ref was just not having it. I mean, with the way the refs are calling this game, the Vulcans are playing really disciplined basketball, really disciplined defense.
I mean, this is actually kind of wild. I haven't seen this many off-ball calls in a basketball game in a long time.
They're going to call that foul on, I believe, Deja Terrell. That's going to be her 3rd foul of this game. So even Deja's staring foul trouble down. Montgomery over to Fields, over to Lanier. Down low to Walker, loses the football. They're going to get a foul.
And that might be her 4th.
That's going to be Deja's 4th foul, I believe. They're going to get her on the push. Now Kamaya Williams checks into the game for Terrell.
We're talking about Kamaya Williams earlier, how she has the versatility and kind of that size to replace Deja Terrell and give her a break, and they're really going to be looking for her maybe for the rest of this quarter. So
ball is stolen away by Bermudez, a little too high for Walker. Finds Ayana Williams, shot up, doesn't fall, fighting for the basketball, gets the 2nd rebound, back out to Bermudez. Bermudez driving, over to Anaya again, and the foul. What a wild, wild start to the second half.
Yeah, I mean, we're 4.5 minutes into the game. We have 7 fouls in this half, and a lot of points being scored, honestly. Some of them being at the free throw line.
First shot there, doesn't fall.
Man, if Cal could just lock down these free throws, they would solve every problem that they have right now.
Second shot in and out. Ball has been rebounded. Montgomery bringing it up. Over to Fields, back to Montgomery. Now to Brown. Had Fields down low. Now to Walker. And they're going to get the foul. That's going to go against Ayana Williams.
I feel like as a player, if you're a player in this game, part of your game plan in your head is to now draw fouls because you know how often these refs are going to blow the whistle. So if you can just create that little bit of contact on your shot, on a pass, whatever it may be, I mean, that's kind of what we were looking at right there with Walker.
Yeah, Maya Madison Walker now at the line. First shot is up and good. 5:07 left here in this third period. The score 56-38. Whether the shot falls or not, be 56-39. Crowd getting into it a little bit here. Shot is up, and it's good. Fields playing tight defense. Over to Williams, down low, has Harris. Shaw, down low, over to Bermudez, 4-3, got it. Clean shot there by Sierra Bermudez. Crowd's going crazy, bench is going absolutely nuts.
That's 5 seconds.
And they're gonna get the 5-second rule.
I'll tell you what, there's nothing more frustrating as a coach than a lack of communication that leads to a turnover, and that is exactly what happened right there.
I believe the Lions called another timeout there, unless that was the media. Regardless, we're in a timeout now. I mean, start to this second half it's been crazy.
Interesting to say the least, that's for
yeah,
sure.
For sure.
A lot of whistles blown, a lot of free throws. And, I mean, that shot by Bermudez there was just kind of like the icing on the cake for the Vulcans. Put them up 20 points. And, I mean, I don't think there's anything this team loves more than when Bermudez makes one of her threes from the outside because they were electric over there, and that kind of helped lead to the 5-second call that came shortly after.
Yeah, the lack of communication there after that shot really hurt the Lions. They were looking to get the ball inbounded, and good job by Nina Shaw to see that they still had an inbound the ball and go and disrupt the easy inbound.
Yeah, I mean, when your opposing team is shooting 65%, they're 7 for 12 from the three-point line, and you just watch another shot go in right in front of your face, there's a little bit of frustration that settles. And I think that's kind of what happened there. That's kind of where the miscommunication led to. She didn't realize that, her teammate had already had the ball for 2 or 3 seconds under the basket waiting for a pass. But, I mean, that's what this Vulcans team will do to you. They'll make you frustrated, and they'll force turnovers.
Yeah, for sure. So now Vulcans get the ball underneath the net, looking to score yet again. Ball inbounded by Shaw into Bermudez. Bermudez up over the top, back to Shaw. Over to Kamaya Williams. Handoff to Ayana Williams. Down to Harris. Harris turns, drives, puts up the shot, and it's good.
She really has a knack for scoring the basketball. Alicia Harris does. Does a really good job under the basket and knows when to drive when she has to.
Yeah, crowd and the bench now getting into it. Fields looking to take that shot, doesn't. Kicks it back out. Shot is up just off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Walker. Back to Fields. They play defense. Handoff to Montgomery. Down low to Walker again. Down low to Atkinson. Just off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Fields. Back up Lanier for 3. Just off the front. Rebounded again by Lanier. They're going to get a foul. Looks to be on Alicia Harris.
It looks like Kamaya Williams there with the hold.
Oh, Kamaya Williams, excuse me.
Tell you what, the Vulcans are doing a really good job of containing Anissa Fields tonight. I don't even know if she's shot the basketball yet in the second half, and from what I can tell, she still only has 6 points, 2 for 7 from the floor, so doing a great job.
They ran the old stack inbound play. I haven't seen that one in a while. It was out to Fields, and that take by Walker was good.
Yeah, Walker's doing a good job. She's a good sophomore for this team. She actually started 16 games last season as a freshman. So she's kind of cemented her place in this lineup, and she's showing today why she has gotten the praise that she has.
They're going to get a kick ball there on Fields. putting that leg out to try and knock down the pass. Has to pick up the ball. Timeout is called by Coach Strom in order to prevent the jump ball, because that would have been a turnover on possession. So good instincts there by Coach.
Yeah, that's not the spot that you really want to pick up your dribble if you can avoid it. I mean, obviously, easier said than done, especially when you think you have a pass and all of a sudden you don't anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But that's really what the Lions are looking for on their break. Spots that they can trap. It's kind of similar to the West Virginia State press. Wherever they can trap, they're going to. So good time out there by Coach Strom to kind of get them reset and out of the press.
Yeah, if you're the Lions, Andrew, what do you think? What are you thinking right now coming out of the huddle?
I mean, they just really have to pick up their intensity, and on offense, they need to kind of be playing with more of a purpose. I feel like they're kind of just seeing what they can get, whereas they need to be going in knowing what they can get. But then again, I'm sitting over here commentating the game, so what really do I know? But just from a fan's perspective, that's my opinion.
Yeah, for sure. Let's pass over to Bermudez now. So some quick subs. That ball's going to be tipped, and it's going to go over the wall to our good pal Nate over there. Luckily, he saw it before we did.
I saw my $200 laptop go out the window in the blink of my eyes. So thank you there, Nate, for helping me out.
Shot by Bermudez. What a shot. I mean, that was under pressure, too. They're going to get.
Yeah,
they're going to get Bermudez on a technical.
Yeah, Montgomery was kind of the recipient of the little 5-second violation that we had a minute ago after the three. That was shot over Montgomery, and now this one too. She's just kind of in disbelief, I think, after that shot. She did not expect it to go in, and Sierra was a little bit too excited. Let her words get the best of her. I mean, if that's the worst thing that happens tonight, I'll take it.
I mean, yeah, and if you're the Vulcans, if that, like you said, that's the worst thing, you'll take it. First shot by Atkinson, it actually was in and out. The second one here is up and is good. So the lead now is 21, 64-42, the score currently. Actually, it's currently 22, excuse me.
It's okay, we're not math.
Fields looking for the inbound. They're going to get an off-ball foul again, and that's going to go against Walker. Some visible frustration.
My guy on the far side's not really watching the basketball a lot. He's kind of watching more off of it, which, hey, to each his own, and I'm sure each one of his calls is valid. I'm not really seeing it, so it's just confusing to see so many whistles and not really know what they're for.
Yeah, it's just happened a little fast for us to catch up on it. Shaw, down low, over to Harris, and it's good.
I mean, WNBA teams would be happy with that passing. That was a clinic. That was beautiful right there.
I like how you brought the WNBA into that one.
Hey, sometimes you have to, Aspirations and dreams are only a real thing if you talk about them.
I mean, fair enough. So Edward now with the ball out to Fields. Quick jumper for two. Doesn't have it, and they're going to get another foul.
And they're actually going to call that on the shot. I'm kind of surprised. That was a late whistle.
They're going to get Bermudez on the foul. That's going to be her third foul, and that's going to send Fields to the free throw line. I believe he's like her second and third shots of the night or something. Something close to that. She's been pretty quiet this first half. Second half.
She only has 2 free throws on the night. She's 1 for 2. That was her first shot of the second half. And, I mean, for a scorer like her, I will say in and out there, but I will say if one of these shots falls, it kind of gives her that confidence. You just need to see one go in to really get going. But it might be too late if she doesn't get going here soon.
Fields taking her time. Second shot is up, and it's good. Play tight, press now, it looks like. Try to cut down on this lead. Back to Shaw. Bermudez letting everything get set up. Back to Bermudez. Over to Kamaya Williams. Kamaya driving. Shot is up, and it's good. I mean, we're just going to sound like broken records at this point with the threes by Bermudez. I mean, that was just clean.
She is such a good shooter. It's unbelievable. This team is 9 for 14 from beyond the arc. I mean, that's insane.
Yeah, Montgomery driving. Shot doesn't fall. Batted around, tipped around, and it's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be Lion basketball. The crowd getting into it, the bench getting into it.
I mean, when you're shooting 64% from 3 and 70% from the floor, it's going to be hard for anybody to beat you. I mean, a 26-point lead shows why.
Inbound to Atkinson. Atkinson driving. Floater doesn't fall. Batted around again. That ball's going to go out. It's actually going to be foul call. I believe that's going to go against Harris. Yeah, it's going to go against Harris. That's going to be her third foul. That's going to send Walker to the line for 2. Both teams are in bonus currently. So I have a feeling the next minute and a half of this third period, we're going to be seeing a lot of free throws.
Yeah, and we might be seeing a lot of substitutions here soon, too, with how many fouls are going on and the way this game's going, especially with the 26-point lead in favor of the Vulcans. We've got to just make sure they kind of keep the pedal on the metal here to end out the game.
Yeah, 3 players for the Vulcans currently with 3 fouls.
And Deja with 4 on the bench.
Yeah. That first shot didn't fall for Walker. Second one now. Second shot's up, and it's good.
You know, not a lot of bright spots tonight for the Lions, but I will say that is one of them. As Walker in her sophomore season still showing why she is, as good as she has been.
Shaw, quick pass to Kamaya. Loses the basketball a little bit. I said basketball this time, not football. Pass to Edward. Over to Montgomery. Down to Atkins. Atkins drives. Floater. Doesn't fall. Rebound. It's going to be saved in the corner. Good look. Has it stolen. It's going to be Kamaya Williams. Now Bermudez on the break. Harris had the break. Didn't get it. Ayana Williams. Drive. Blocked. Walker now on the fast break. Has the double pass. Doesn't fall. It's going to be rebounded by Bermudez. Less than a minute left now in this third period. They're going to slow it down a little bit here. Shaw bringing it up court.
It's like a ping pong match. We're going so back and forth right there.
Pretty much here. Now Bermudez back to Shaw. Shaw over to Bermudez. For 3. In and out. Rebounded again by Harris. Lost the basketball. It's going to be a pass over to Gibson. Atkinson loses it. Regains control. Back to Montgomery. Shot clock is now dead. 10 seconds and counting left in this third period. Montgomery drives, puts up the shot, and it's good. Final seconds here as this winds down. And that's going to be the end of the third period. The score, 69-46 California. You're listening to CUTV Sports 1, the PSAC Network, and 91.9 FM WCAL.
Come on out to the Convocation Center and support men's and women's basketball for the 2023-2024 season. The Vulcans are looking to put the PSAC on notice this year after both teams are picked towards the top of the preseason conference rankings. There will be 13 men's games and 16 women's games at home. Follow calvulcans.com for any update. All games will be live on CUTV Sports 1 and the PSAC Network.
Come out. Our team's going to be very exciting. We have a lot of good players. I think we play the game the right way, very up-tempo. I think we're going to be able to score some points. I think our defense is going to be great. Our guys have great energy.
Come to our games. I think once you get here, you'll really like what you see. I think it's exciting. These players put in a ton of time, a ton of effort to put out a good product on the floor. And like I said, I think it's super exciting, and you'll really want to come back.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Convocation Center for the fourth period of play here. What an exciting game we've got so far. California leading the Lincoln Lions 69-46. I mean, that third quarter was full of whistles.
Yeah, definitely, not the most exciting third quarter, but we did get what we ordered with some points from the Vulcan side. And Bermudez with her second 20-plus point game of the season, as she is 6 for 8 from beyond the arc. And in the first game of the season, she had 7 threes. So she's going to show what she's worked on all offseason and why we went and got her from Clarion, as she is just lights out from the on the arc tonight.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, 6 of 8 from the 3. I mean, that is awesome numbers for even men's college basketball, to be fair. And
yeah, the combination of her and Nina Shaw are 8 for 11 from beyond the arc tonight. So that is that's 24 points right there. That's big time.
yeah, that's great numbers. So Atkinson now driving under pressure. Over to Edward. Thought about the 3, didn't take it. Great defense by the Vulcans, driving. And the ball's going to go out, and it's going to be Vulcan basketball. Thought it looked to me like it came off the leg of one of the Vulcans, but the refs say otherwise.
You got to wonder if we've seen the last of Anissa Fields tonight, as this game's a little bit out of reach. And with her injury and everything, I'm sure they're just looking to kind of get her back on the right page. So we'll have to see as she's sitting on the bench over there in those pink shoes.
That is very true, very true. Shaw, 3, just short. Edward now looking up court, pushing it. Over to Montgomery. Looking for some help. 4-3, drains it.
Man, Montgomery's jump shot's coming together. I think that's her 3rd 3 of the night. And, I mean, it's a pretty beautiful jumper that she has going there.
Shaw driving, finds Harris down low, and it's good.
It's the point guard and Nina coming out there, keeping her eyes up, finding the perfect pass. And I'm a sucker for the bounce pass, so that's a great play right there.
It looked like a little bit of a miscommunication on defense there that the Vulcans capitalized on. As the ball goes underneath, just outside the reach, and it's going to be Lion basketball. Sub now in as Edward checks out.
Excitement around this team continues to raise as they're just playing great basketball. Constantly got smiles on their face. They're enjoying it out there. They're a very close-knit group. They got a lot of good basketball ahead of them, that's for sure.
For sure. Shot is up. No good. That was one of the new subs, number 13, Kazia. I can't even say the name without messing it up.
Akiniyi.
Yeah.
There
Thank
we go.
you.
I think that's right. If I butchered that, I do apologize.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right. I talked
No
to the
pronunciation sheets over here, so we have to make our own.
Well, yeah, I had talked to the coach before the start of the game, and he told me how to pronounce it, but honestly, I forgot because this is the first time she's been in the game. Young now. Had to pick up the ball, gives it to Shaw. Shaw slowing it down now as opposed to the up-tempo. And up to Smith. Down low to Harris. Looked for the give and go. Didn't have it. Over to Shaw. 4-3. Got it.
Telling you, I said it once earlier, if Nina Shaw gets that jumper down, that's going to be a whole nother dynamic to this offense that, they have to introduce. So,
Well, yeah, that's 2 people shooting threes that you have to worry about, Shaw and Bermudez.
2 people shooting threes, and then you got 3 or 4 girls that are just dominant under the basket. So, I mean,
Yeah, Atkinson's floater was good. Shaw bringing it up. Lions showing a little bit of pressure now. Bermudez back to Shaw. Shaw sees Smith almost out of her reach. Able to pull it in. Back to Shaw. Setting it up now. Over to the near side now. Less than 10 seconds. Shot is up. No good. And that's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be Lion basketball.
yeah, you never want to airball pull up, but I guess when the score is what it is, you can live with that.
And also when the shot clock's counting down less than 10 seconds. So. All right, Lanier bringing the ball up over to the far side. Shaw showing good defense. Shot is up, and it falls. Akinyi with the 3. They got Young on the travel there. It's good defense by the Lions in order to force that turnover.
One thing I am a little bit surprised about, Jalissa Lanier with the ball right now, she's actually still scoreless in this game. 0 for 4 from the floor. And we talked about how she got into double figures 15 times last year. So it's definitely surprising, and California just proves to show once again why they have a great defense.
Looks like they're going to get Looks like they're going to get Serena Mosley on the foul. Vulcan bench is ecstatic. Smith on the drive. Turning around, finding Shaw. Back up to the top to Young. Getting the help. Back to Shaw. Over to Bermudez. Got blocked. Covered by Bermudez. That double team defense really putting the Vulcans to work. Testing their offensive ability. There's going to get a foul called there for obvious reasons.
Man, you hate to see a fall like that, especially this late in a game that's not really terribly close. I mean, great effort there by Lanier, but you hate to see a fall like that, especially on the hardwood.
Yeah, this floor definitely unforgiving. I mean, really in any gym, floor is unforgiving, especially on, like you said, on a fall like that. I'm not sure who that is.
I think it's Lanier, I believe.
Lanier. Yeah,
I mean, and in that situation, there's nothing that, you know, anybody did wrong. It's on a fast break. The ball's up in the air. Everybody's going to go for it.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell, you know, where bodies are going to land or anything, and they kind of just came out from under her. We really hope to see her get up here. It doesn't look great, so we're hoping it, you know, nothing too serious.
Yeah, definitely. You don't wish the worst on anybody. This is something you don't want to see for either side, really. I mean,
like I said, it was a great effort. I mean, it shows a lot about your character when you really go after a ball so hard when the game is out of reach like this. Just shows how much you truly do care.
you know, they're able to sit up, slowly getting to her feet, slowly able to walk off the court.
Yeah, landing on your tailbone is not something that is a enjoyable experience by any means. We just hope she's okay as she's getting off the court over there.
Yeah, the positive sign is that she's able to walk off under her own power. So for the Lions, that is a huge sign. For her sake, let's hope it's nothing too serious. So it's going to be Lions basketball underneath the net here.
I believe coming in for her will be Anaya Gibson for the Lions, number 10.
Gibson gets the ball. Stolen away by Shaw. As we transfer back into full speed game now. Montgomery on Shaw. The matchup we've seen all night. Down Bermudez, back to Shaw. Down low to Young. Young loses the basketball. Quick jumper, doesn't get it. And they're going to get the push. They're going to get Harris on the foul. Oh, excuse me, they're going to get Alicia Young on the foul. So it's going to be Lion basketball. Montgomery bringing it up court. Setting things on offense here. They're going to get the double dribble. Okay, never mind. It's going to go as a foul against Shaw.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Ayanna Williams now checking in for Young.
That hand signal by the ref looked more like a double dribble than a foul call, so I think that's what sparked the confusion.
Yeah, that's definitely what got me. It's going to be Lion basketball under the net. It's going to be inbounded by Gibson. It's a good take, and it's good.
That's a great power move there by Gibson. A one dribble kind of power move straight up into the rim.
Yeah, I saw they were working on that in warm-ups. A little bit over the head of Sierra Bermudez there. So it's going to be out of bounds. Now it's going to be a little race to go and grab that basketball as it flies underneath the stands. Looks like they're going to call for another ball. Because that one probably went to the Shadow Realm somewhere.
Yeah, we'll get that like next weekend or something. We'll let you guys know about the whereabouts on that ball.
I'm convinced it's gone. Doing the old tactic now of not picking the ball up until it gets to about half court. Try and save as much clock as possible.
It's an interesting, you know, strategy when
especially
you're
with
still running a slow offense overall.
Yeah, especially with 5.5 minutes left. They're going to get a foul called. I believe that's going to go against Smith. if I'm not mistaken.
And that whistle came as the ball
Oh,
was
no, it's going to go
falling
against
off.
Bermudez. That's going to be her 4th foul now. So she's in foul trouble. Coach Strom talking with the one ref, trying to get clarification on what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, the ball was falling off the rim when that whistle was blown, so definitely a late call by the official, and Strom was a little confused by it.
And first shot from a new person in the game, Riley Holiday, number 32. First shot is no good.
And
Looks like Deja Terrell over there on the sideline looking to sub in. Second shot by Holiday is good. Sub now coming in. Terrell checking in for Harris. So now Terrell coming in. Terrell has 4 fouls, so she's in foul trouble. So both Bermudez and Terrell are in foul trouble currently. Shaw driving the middle, pulling it back out. Down over to Smith, back to Shaw. Setting things up here. Trying to chew the clock as much as possible. Smith, Terrell was looking for it, didn't get it. Ball stolen by Atkinson. Quick jumper, in and out. Recovered by Atkinson. Over to Holiday, step back, off the rim. Terrell with the rebound. And giving it back to Shaw. Coach Strom signaling to slow it down. Williams on the take, and it's good.
all day. I'll take a drive to the bucket by Nia Williams every time.
Montgomery bringing it up now. Gibson to Holiday, loses the ball, didn't expect it there. Shot is good.
I believe that just banked in from the corner, if I'm not mistaken, and that's something you don't see every day.
Yeah, you don't see that too much. That was Akini. Shaw now looking to chew the clock. That's the screen. Has it stolen by Holiday. Holiday now on the break. Losing the ball a little bit. Quick jumper in desperation. Doesn't get it. Atkinson with the rebound. Back to Montgomery for 3. Doesn't get it. Ball bouncing around. Atkinson saves it now. Another shot. No shot. Timeout called by the Lions.
She said, let's calm this down before we get anybody hurt. There's a lot of bodies flying around right there.
This is going to also be the final media timeout. So looking at the Lions schedule, excuse me, up next they're at home versus Shepherd University. Then they travel to Jefferson University and then to Cheyenne University of Pennsylvania, then to Westchester, then to Bloomfield, then to Clayton. And then finally, again, they're at home versus Johnson C. Smith University, at home versus Winston-Salem State, then to Livingston College, then away at Holly Family University, Shaw University, Fayetteville State, St. Augustine's University, College of Staten Island, at Bowie, then at home versus Elizabeth City State, then Virginia State, then Bluefield State, at home versus Bluefield State, then at home versus Virginia Union, then away at Virginia Union, so basically flip-flopping those 2 games. Then Virginia State again at home, away at Elizabeth City State, at Bluefield State, and then finishing the season at home versus Bowie State. So an interesting schedule there for the Lincoln Lions.
Yeah, I'm sure they're ready to get into CIAA play. They have a history of kind of scheduling tougher out-of-conference games each year to kind of get their feel, so I'm sure they're ready to get into their CIAA play, and, you know, they're one of the favorites in that division this year, or in that conference this year, excuse me. So definitely an exciting schedule coming up for them. We'll have to see throughout the season how it plays out. It goes to show the kind of team this Cal Vulcans team is. 3 minutes left in the game. They're up 16, and Coach Strom had them in the huddle until the second whistle of that timeout coming back onto the floor. She wanted to make sure they were all on the same page, even being up this much. Strom does a great job of getting these girls ready every day, every week, every game.
Yeah, for sure. They're going to get Atkinson on that charge there. Shaw to Smith, back to Shaw. Back over to Smith. Looking for the give and go. Doesn't have it. Over to Ayana Williams. Ayana driving with the spin move. Doesn't get it. They're going to get a push on 15, I believe. And there's a technical. Hold on. They're going to get technical now. There's a lot to sort out here.
And that's just frustrations. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, I'm sure hands have been thrown around all day, elbows, whatnot, down low on rebounds, and all the stuff we don't really see. And, I mean, 3 minutes left in the game. They're down. They know they're out of it. A little frustration, that's all.
Yeah, one thing's for sure. As Johnny and I were saying in my first game commentating basketball, Deja Terrell is one of the last people you want to get upset, so to say. But as the refs confer, we'll update on who got what. But right now the refs are conferring, and it looks like they're going to now announce who's on what and what happened, and who potentially is sitting out. Because as we've said before, Deja Terrell and Sierra Bermudez are both in foul trouble, and I know Terrell was in the middle of that, so
Well,
not
you know,
sure.
just building off of your point on, you know, not really wanting to mess with Deja Terrell, I think the push originally actually went to Anaya Williams.
Yeah.
And that's another person I would personally not want to mess with.
Yeah.
You know, she's a tough girl, definitely has been doing a lot on the floor for the Vulcans all season long. Really, we're just waiting to see what these refs are going to do for a call here.
Yeah, there was a lot to decipher there.
This is where we don't have the luxury of, you know, looking through replay camera and seeing who did what wrong and all that stuff. So they kind of just have to go off their intuition and let them know. And it looks like Coach Strom's kind of putting her hands up over there. They might be giving one of her players something.
So it looks like Deja Terrell. It looks like they're going to get Deja Terrell on the technical. That's also going to be her 5th foul. They're
If I'm
going to get
Coach Strom, though, I'm kind of, I don't want to say, you know, proud, but somewhat proud of Deja Terrell. I mean, she's a senior on this team. She's just sticking up for her girl after she got pushed. I mean, you can't just let that stuff slide. As much as I don't condone fighting or pushing or any of that nature in the world of sports, but you got to make sure that you got your teammates back as well, and Deja definitely did that.
Yeah, I think the technicals for the Lions were going to be number 4, Siani Montgomery, and number 10, Ayana Gibson.
That's funny because Atkinson was the one that actually delivered the first push, and she's not even going to get anything out of it, which is, you know,
Well,
it is what it
I think
is.
she did get called for the original push, but then the 2 technicals were from the other 2 for
There it is,
standing up.
okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Referee
at least that's
explaining
what-
it to Terrell there too.
Yeah, at least that's what I'm getting. Yeah, because Terrell got called for the technical. She's, I believe, done for the game now, because that would be her 5th foul. And obviously, for those who may not know basketball, 5 fouls, and that's your game.
You gotta wonder if they'll ever move that to 6, like it is in the NBA. How they kind of up at 1, and I know that the NCAA was thinking about it for a long time, but I think what it is it's the time difference.
Yeah,
So NBA has 4 12-minute quarters for a 48-minute game,
yeah.
and then obviously in college, for us we have for the women we have 4
10
10-minute
minutes.
quarters.
Yep.
And for Division I, we have 2 20-minute halves, so 40-minute game.
So first shot by Sierra Bermudez is good.
And the second one will put her at 22 points for the night. And she does do exactly that. She had 25 in the first game of the year, 22 tonight. The average sitting somewhere around, I believe, 16 or 17 for the year. So positive play there from Sierra Bermudez.
It's going to be Vulcan basketball again now. Shaw getting the inbound, bringing it up court, looking to just chew this clock away. Travel back home with the victory. Take by Shaw. What a take there.
Yeah, this is turning out to be a career game for Shaw. I mean, we're only 4 games into her college career, but she is at 11 points right now, which is her highest, and she also has 8 assists, actually. 11 points, 8 assists. That's a heck of a game for Nina Shaw.
That's going to be a jump ball called, and it's going to be Lions ball. Possession arrows in favor of Lincoln. It was great defense there. Oh, actually, excuse me. It's going to be Vulcan basketball. Sorry. I forgot the courts had flipped. Excuse me. Tripping over my words here. Shaw now just trips over her own 2 feet. Atkinson gets the ball. Over now, Montgomery shot, good. Quick pull-up jumper.
Yeah, she's got a good feel to her jumper. I wish we would have seen a little bit more aggression from her throughout the game, because this second half she's shown a lot.
Bermudez loses the basketball. Was probably going to go for it. Timeout California now. So if you're California from a fan perspective, what do you think they're talking about right now?
Well, you know, any fan out here is going to think to themselves and probably scream out loud to slow the ball down. Coach Strom does not do that. Coach Strom can be up 30 to 40 points, and they're still going to run an efficient offense, and they're going to do what they can to improve. They're not worried about just getting to that final horn. They're worried about, you know, progressing throughout the season, whether it be play-by-play or whatever. So as much as I want to see them slow it down and just kind of bleed out this clock, we all know that's not really going to happen. But as long as they protect the ball, play fundamentally sound basketball, they're going to easily walk out of here, you know, 4-0, starting the year off really strong.
Yeah, we definitely probably aren't going to see a slowed down offense, considering that Lincoln's probably going to look to get as much pressure as possible, really.
So Nia Williams wanted the ball really bad there because I believe that was Jordan Smith under the basket waiting for it, but the ref was just holding on a little bit too long. Little laps coming out of the bench over there.
Shaw with the inbound. Ten seconds left on the shot clock. Ayanna Williams with the ball, driving, loses it. Rebounded by Harris. Hit is up. Does not fall. Holiday with the rebound. Finds Atkinson on the break. The take, the block by Shaw. What an effort there by Nina Shaw to get that block.
Yeah, Nina is definitely kind of solidifying her career game here. 11 points, 8 assists, and I believe, that was her first block of the night. She also has two steals to go along with it.
Yeah, Shaw having herself a game right now. They're going to get the grab on Shaw, which that one I saw. That one was a good call. That's going to be Shaw's third foul of the night. Gibson now at the line for two. The Lions are currently in bonus. Gibson's first shot is good.
Everybody involved doing everything they can to slow down this clock as we are getting whistles here late in the fourth quarter.
For sure. Second shot now by Gibson is up, and it's good. Score now 80-64 with 1:39 left in this game. Vulcans looking to just close it out here. Almost a backcourt there from where we could see. Ball just in and out of Smith's hands, saying that was her bad. And it's going to be a turnover in Lions basketball.
Yeah, Vulcan's getting a little bit sloppy here in the fourth quarter right now. They're kind of giving the ball back to the Lions, and scoreboard is honestly closer than the game feels right now. So
for sure. That shot in and out off the back of the rim, rebounded by Harris. Shaw now looking to get around Atkinson, drives, looking, what a fake, just doesn't fall. Ayanna Williams, handoff to Harris. Good look by Williams to keep her head up to find Harris. Atkinson on the take, looks to Gibson again with the give and go. Both teams showing it. Both teams showing that fundamental give and go, able to keep their eyes up. Williams finds Smith, back out to Shaw. Less than 35 seconds left on this game. Shot clock down to 10 seconds and counting. Got to get rid of it here, whether it's a shot or if it's a pass. Shot up, just off the front of the rim. It's rebounded by Montgomery. Has a fast break. And it's going to get a foul call with 18 seconds left in this game. Looks like Akini's going to get fouled. And that's going to go against Shaw. That's going to be her 4th foul of the night.
I mean, all in all, just what a great game by the Vulcans tonight. As of right now, finishing the night at 60% from the field, 50% from 3. They were 8 for 14 from the line, which isn't great, but they improved as the game went on. They were overall out-rebounded by 4, but really didn't do much of a justice besides in the second half. So, you know, I mean, this Vulcans team continues to impress. 4 games into the season without a loss, and really handling each one of their opponents marginally. So it's a great thing to see. I'm sure Coach Strom is happy.
Ball stolen away there. And take is good by Montgomery. It's going to be the final 8 seconds of the game. They're showing hard press.
Oh, come on. They've got 2 seconds left. That's
going
fighting words.
That's going to do it here. The final score, California 82, Lincoln Lions 68. Andrew, any quick final thoughts?
You know, I just think I'm excited for this team. You know, that's really all I got to say. Going forward, getting into the PSAC play, I think they're going to be a force to be reckoned with, and I'm all for it.
For sure, and that'll do it for us here at CUTV Sports 1, the PSAC Network, and WCAL. I'm Hunter Garman, joined by Andrew White. Have a great Thanksgiving, and we'll see you all later.